Hello Pisces, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I am using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, illustrated by Mark Evans. On the bottom here, I think it's llewellyn.com. Feel free to check that out if you want to. Supportive Oracle card. It's Mark Evans, yep, Mark Evans. Oracle cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. On the back here are some websites, ToriHartman.com and is it Watkins Publishing? WatkinsPublishing.com. It might be even on WatkinsPublishing.co.uk somewhere. I think it's in the black strip actually. Feel free to freeze frame and check out whatever you would like to check out if you would like to check out. Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Apparently I love to say it, so I'll say it now. I'm a Pisces too, so that's fun. At some point in the reading I say it anyway, so why wait? Why wait? What are you dealing with? What are you dealing with? You're doing good. Things are good. Something has to change, okay? I'm worried about this over to the side. I feel like there's a worry about something that's a little bit off to the side, making me nervous. Just kind of have to work through it, just kind of have to roll through it. I feel like it's going to be okay, whatever this is. It's just kind of like, got to get it together first. So what is coming forward? There are friends around you here. So there's good energy around you. There's definitely good energy here. I feel like I'm walking into something really quickly. You got the Knight of Wands. You're coming in really strong, coming in really quickly. Something has been stuck. I think it's about to get unstuck. Because the challenge card is the... Okay, hold on. Like, the tree is done. The Hanged Man, I'm really centered on that tree, but when I see it, it's like it's rotted. It's rotted on the inside, and it may look strong on the outside, but it's time for it to come down. I feel like we've gotten used to how things are, and it's not that you don't want it to change. You may feel like you don't have the ability to make it change, or you've tried to make it change before and it just hasn't worked in your favor. That's about to change. If I didn't make that confusing. Can we get a little bit more about that? It's not bad. I don't feel bad about it. But I feel like, well, whatever hasn't been changing, it's about to change. The Empress reversed. Page of Cups, but I feel like I could be more empowered with this situation. I just haven't been. I know what's coming. You do? I feel like you kind of know what's coming. I feel like you kind of know it just keeps repeating. You kind of know what's coming. Whew. Get good energy around you. When the change happens, you need to kind of flow with it to make this go quicker. I don't feel like I like the change itself. Well, I shouldn't say that. I like the after effects of the change. I like the result of the change. But it's like, it feels to me like I'm taking this really difficult course, and it's kind of like, it's like, that's a lot of work, and I have to keep on it. And it's like, I have to understand it as much as I can, each piece at each point. I have to put in a lot of work to this. But the thing is, if I just kind of flow with it, it doesn't have to drag. I feel like this is something I can finish off, ironically, in 3 months. But if I drag my feet, it could take 3 times as long, if not a little longer. So it's kind of like, we don't have to drag it out all year. We could probably finish this in 3 months. So for some of you, if you're considering taking a course, I would take the abbreviated version, because I feel like you can do that and be successful. And I'd rather get it over with in 3 months than drag it out for like 9 or a year. you can take the abbreviated version is what I'm getting. And I feel like no matter what way you take it, 3 months, 9 months to a year, I feel like the days feel the same either way, if that makes sense. Like if I'm doing it in a 3 month span and I'm doing it every day for 3 months, the effort I'm putting in, it just feels like it's the same, feels like the same burden. If I do it in the 3 months, then it just feels the same. It feels like it's just holding on me. It's holding over me. I'd rather just get it off my plate and just finish it off and move on. Let's just do it. So if I flow with it, I just kind of like, all right, you know what? This is what it is. It's going to happen either way. It's kind of like I can't go to the next step. I can't do it without this, whatever it is. I can't go forward without it. I feel like I have to have it. And I feel like I'm on board, and I realize it's time. You got the Lovers coming in with the Destiny. Sometimes the Lovers talks about passing the test, and like, you got what it takes to make this happen, and it's time to make it happen. It's time to do it. You got it. You do got this. As a Pisces myself, and I was raised by 2 Pisces, just to be fair, I feel like self-doubt is like the monster that lurks in the corner, and it's kind of like, get lost, monster in the corner. I need the confidence, and I can't afford that. Like, just, and the best way to kind of get away from it is to just focus on getting it done, not to spend time on that thought, but like when that thought starts to creep in, just do something to move it forward. Study, read, do something to keep you away from it. Don't let yourself think about that. Once that starts creeping in, do something towards the subject itself. Don't just do anything randomly. But like, for example, if you're trying to learn a language, put some effort into learning that language. Put a little extra effort to get yourself ahead. If that starts the self-doubt, put some effort towards it. It should move forward. Okay, we're going to keep going. I'm seeing this here. Don't mess with yourself. Try to not mess with yourself. Try. You can't get past this you can't get past this. You have to do whatever this is. I feel like if this reading is hitting, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you can't get past not doing this. You can try to mess with yourself and make yourself believe you can. I'm starting to I'm feeling like I'm strangling a little bit. Like, don't do that. Really don't do that. This, to me, it's like, it's like if you live alone like I do. If you live alone and you're the one who left a mess in the kitchen, sooner or later you're coming back to that kitchen and it's you that's going to be cleaning it up. I'm just saying. I mean, well, I got animals. He's cool right now, though. We're not going to say his name because he's cool right now. Hopefully he stays cool. It's fine. Just don't mess with yourself. I do see worry and wonder. I feel like you could get caught in that little quagmire. Do yourself a favor, just make the first step forward. Every time you make a step forward, it will get, ironically, a little easier. You get closer to the end. Keep making those steps forward. Try not to mess with yourself. I feel like you can't. You have to keep moving forward. Don't mess with yourself. It has to move forward. Don't bargain with yourself. Don't do that. Just accept it has to be done, and I feel like just get it. Do the abbreviated version. I'm telling you, just go full board. Let's just get it done, because whether it's 3 months or a full year, every day feels the same until it's done. So it's like, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. Let's just move it on. Let's just fix it. Because the tower is here. How is that tower for you? Let's just be fair. What's the truth? What's up with the tower? What is up with the tower? I'm saying this as a Pisces, and I'm like, what? What? Like, what? All right, so it's the Moon card. Well, that's the Pisces card. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. It's going to take some work. I really feel like, as a Pisces, once we get into a rhythm and we start seeing results, once we get into the groove, I feel like most of us thrive. It's just holding to the pattern. So whatever this is, so if it's a course you have to take, you're learning a language. Say you normally get up at 7 and you normally to bed at 10. Try to go to bed at 9. Try to get up at 5:30. and put that extra effort in the morning. Get it right out of the way. Get it right off in the beginning of the day if you can. So if there's extra, if it's a course you have to take the course when it's time to take the course. I get that. But if you have to like do some studying, do some homework, I would say like doing it first off in the morning and just kind of like forcing yourself to get up and like, let's just do it. Don't want to do it, especially if you give yourself extra time. So maybe it's a half hour of work, but you get up at 5:30 and you're like, you give yourself fiddle fuddle time, I call it. You know, you just fiddle fuddle around. You know, like, okay, it's quarter after 6. If I don't, all right, like, all right, let me just do it. Fiddle fuddle time there. You got this though. There is support. There is support. You have to be in control of this though, in the sense of like, if you're learning a course, I keep relating it to a course. You're the one that has to learn it. Like, nobody can learn that for you. You know how that goes. But you might have support like, oh, I'm kind of stumbling in this part. I'm having a hard time remembering that. I'm not getting how this plus that equals this. Like maybe the grammar part of it, if we're going to do the language thing again. There is support there. The farther you go, the more that you try, the more that seems like there's people that realize it. And they're like, all right, let me see if I can help here. I'll try to do this for you here. And let's see if I can, find a way to like, it's almost like the course thing. It's kind of like, I have some friends who speak that language. Maybe we could hang out with those friends and let's see how that works. And maybe if there's something you're not getting right, they could kind of like help you with it and help you find a trigger to remember it. I'm a person that remembers through experience. I don't know if that makes sense. So like when I do it, it sticks better. If I have something like an actual memory, like if I was learning a language, if I had somebody I could talk with, so just for, like say it was Mandarin, just for argument's sake, because I don't know it. If I had a couple good people who fluently spoke it and I could talk with them and I kind of liked them, especially if I liked them, I could build these memories like, oh, they told me about that and they were using these words and those words. Like, I don't know. Certain words trigger easier. Like, I think perro is dog in Spanish, but I like dogs, so like, it clicks. I don't know, it clicks. Unless I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sure their comments will blow up with it. But, you know what I mean? There's things coming forward. There's more support the more you go, especially if you're a person that remembers through memory, finding ways to like create a memory through it. I'm also an art person, so if I'm learning something, if I can create some type of art aspect to it and bring that in, that makes it easier where applicable, where you can do that. There's good energy here. I feel like I'm fearing it, but there's good energy. The Sun card's here. The Queen of Wands is here. It's more support. Maybe there's more than one person supporting you here. You will persevere through. People want to help you persevere through. This is definitely something you have to do. You have to lead yourself through it. But there's other people kind of like helping you through and kind of like, no, once you start, you got to finish. So let's keep going. So you're going to make it through this. Very good energy here. I just be careful not to like overburden yourself. I don't know. Is that fair? I don't know if that's a good way to put it. Because I'm worried about this. The shadow side, which is the devil card in most decks. It's kind of like you can either move forward, put the energy into moving forward and get some great success, or you can like worry and like beat yourself up, and that's going to be quite brutal. So the thing is to move forward. The sooner you move forward, the sooner you engage in it and just kind of like full board it, easier it's going to be, the better it's going to be for you. It's interesting because as a Pisces, I'm seeing this on the full side. The other side of when this is done, like, I feel like this is like one of those gateways into the next, like a gateway almost, kind of like, almost like when you graduate high school and you go into college, like it's that type of gateway. It's kind of like, I mean, if you've gone to college, I feel like you realize that's a totally different experience than high school. At least it was for me. High school, not the greatest. It was all right. It was what it was. College, though, was a lot better. I personally enjoyed college a lot better. Much better. Much, much better. Much more, I probably should say. So it's kind of like a gateway into like things going a lot better, feeling a lot more stable, feeling like I have control. Still learning things. Like, I feel like this isn't going to be like a one and done, but I feel like once I get through that, it's kind of like I finished that, and now I seem to have better control. It's kind of like if you, like when you're going through high school, it's kind of like you have to do everything. You really don't have much of a choice. There's certain requirements. Maybe you have some choice, but there's you have to do certain things a certain way. When you go to college, there seems to be more flexibility. Some people go part-time. You know what I mean? You get to choose what type of courses you actually want to do versus what courses you have to do. It seems like that was there. Maybe it's different now, but you get my point. You get my point. It's worth it. The sooner you engage, the easier it gets. And then we can get to the other side, get through that gate. Are we good? I think we're there. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below as well, by the way. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.